Welcome back to the Snowball, where we talk about anything and everything, and if it picks up enough speed, it'll snowball. Hey everyone, I'm Jake.
And I'm Gavin. Thank you for tuning in to this episode of our podcast. You can listen to us on Anchor, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Breaker, Pocket Cast, and Radio Public. Also, this entire podcast is being taped and will be uploaded to my YouTube channel at Gavin Rogers.
All right, so the topic of today's podcast, and I've been looking forward to this for a while actually because I preach this all the time, is stupid people.
That's right. And joining us today, we have special guest, Jake's brother, Daniel.
Hey guys, how you doing?
So, Daniel, so give us some background about yourself. Like, give us, how do you identify with stupid people? Like,
Not well would be the answer to that question. And it's one of those things that you have to live with every day, and it just gets harder sometimes. you're just
all the time it gets harder.
as you get older, it's like,
just want to put some people down.
Put him down like a dog.
euthanize them.
All right, so
I think this is a good time now to go over the ground rules.
I agree.
Right.
I agree. So again, trying to make this as PC as possible. So don't come at people for believing in certain things or race, religion, stuff like that,
and political views as well. We're trying to steer away from things like that. We just want to create good content, make it fun, and not piss anybody off. And sorry, actually, while I say that, I'm trying to limit the cursing as well too.
Makes sense.
Steer clear of swearing as much as
PG-13.
possible.
Yeah,
right.
we're no more than a minute in, and it's already happened. So
Off color is acceptable. However,
Wait, you can't euthanize us?
yeah, I guess maybe we limit that. All right, so Jake, getting started with the stories and the prompts. Jake, you are now up.
oh, I love being up first. Okay. So tell me how excited you are to hear my topic. Just tell me.
If there was if it was off of a 10 scale, we'd be at at least 1,000.
And just knowing you, because you're my brother, I know that it's going to be good, because you...
Okay.
Just knowing you too.
So I've been on... Okay, actually, hold on. Gavin, let me ask you something.
Yeah. Oh!
Have you...
Oh! Wait, before we get started, actually, hold on. Alright, here we go.
Last minute.
You know what? The one thing that we said we were going to do was the ISIS question.
Oh, okay. Oh, all right. I totally forgot. I totally forgot.
Wait, did we do that last time?
Yeah, we did, but we said what we were going to do was have somebody come in with an answer.
So the refresher. We asked last podcast, if you had to choose a Disney princess to help you escape from an ISIS prison, who would it be and why? And we'd give you the funniest answer that we got in our comments. And so Gavin's going to read you the funniest answer we got in our comments.
Okay,
I don't even know what the answer is. I'm excited.
So, like I said, I upload this entire thing. I videotaped the entire thing, and I upload it to my YouTube channel. And one of our friends, Brad, actually decided to leave a comment. And
Makes more sense.
it's... Alright, so you just gave the prompt, right? The prompt?
Yes.
Okay, so it would
Disney
be...
princess, escape an ISIS prison.
Which one would you choose? So our friend Brad decided to comment on the video, and he said, imagine a helicopter flying over your ISIS prison and you see Rapunzel drop her hair from 1,000 feet above. That would be so badass. If she used hairspray, it'd be like a bulletproof cage.
Oh.
So that was probably our best.
See, that's
best response.
totally different. That's something that is at least a little bit feasible.
Oh, I know. No, you know that he thought that out too.
Right, he's like, how can I construct this in such a way
In such a way.
somewhat makes sense, but not really.
Yeah. All right. So let's get down to the first topic.
Okay, so Gavin, answer this honestly. Have you ever felt like I've tried to put the moves on Lindsay?
Whoa, wait, what?
No, I mean, okay,
Wait,
okay.
what?
Be honest. At any time, have you felt like
No.
really?
No, but there is
that
another
makes me
friend.
feel good.
There is another friend. Yeah.
No. So, Daniel, have you felt like I've ever tried to put the moves on Emily?
Honestly, I've never seen you two interact.
See?
Well, him and Lindsay have hung. You've been around.
Right,
her a lot.
yeah, but and like, you know,
But it's also different because you and I are like so close. Like I know you. Like it's just different. You know what I mean?
yeah, right. You know, I'd never.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, exactly.
And vice versa to both of you too.
Yeah, like, so I've been in a situation recently. So when I used to date my ex-girlfriend, I was in a situation where I thought that other dudes were hitting on her a lot. Like other guys that I thought were close.
In any situation, like you have to be realistic. I mean, was this more in college or more in high school?
This is more in high school.
Oh, okay.
This is a few.
I was gonna say because in college it's kind of just like a crap show.
So,
Because of course.
so here, let me.
Yeah.
So I've been on this end where I felt like guys have been hitting on her, and just recently, I have been on the end where I actually have no, like, I'm very impartial. So I didn't think would ever be the one hitting on some other dude's girlfriend. Like, I think that's like just rude, and I think we can all agree.
Yeah, and I think there's something to be said that, you know, having a conversation with someone, like, just friendly is one thing. And there's a lot of guys that misconstrue that, which is...
Oh, exactly.
Which is a shame.
Yeah,
like it's just a friendly
The
conversation.
overprotective boyfriend.
Yeah, exactly.
Stuff
Like, there are a lot of guys that misconstrue that. But you're saying it's been more than that?
Well, here's the thing, okay? So I'm just asking those as like a precursor to this whole topic. So my topic was, what do you do like when you see someone hit on someone else's significant other? So just recently, I've been in this situation where I've seen someone I know
Guy or girl? Guy.
That I'm not gonna say.
All right.
And I'm just okay. No. So someone started dating someone else. So person 1 is dating person 2. And person 3 was good friends with person 1 before person 1 and 2 started dating. Okay? Now, person 3 starts hitting on person 2. And it's like, so it's in a situation where it's in a situation where I see that it's happening, and like most people are like, oh no, like that's not happening.
How strong?
Like almost inseparable.
Is it full send?
Like pretty full send.
Oh my.
Like almost any opportunity
Like
that they get.
98%?
Yeah, like pretty. So
anything
most
above
people,
90,
so
it's
most
full.
people who I try to bring this up to are kind of like, no, like that's not true. Like it's like she wouldn't do that. Oh, excuse me.
Jake!
Okay.
So I can't.
Okay, it's two girls and a guy now. Okay, it's out there. So the one guy, I know, lucky guy, but
I'm going to guess this is it.
no, don't say it.
right.
Don't say it. Just don't. I don't want to have to pretend like it's wrong if it's right. So the girl who's the friend starts hitting on the guy, and I'm like, that's just rude. Like that's just thoughtless. And so again, most people I've talked to have been like, oh no, they're just having a friendly conversation, blah blah blah, all that. Well, I was in a situation once where one of those people was not in the right mindset, excuse me, to have a intelligent conversation. So,
They were not sober.
Exactly. So they weren't sober, and you know how like some people just kind of like spill their guts.
Yeah, when they're
Yes.
under the influence.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like my first
So
stage.
she said,
Oh my god. Just wave it off. Just keep going.
so she said like, oh my god, he's so hot. Like I'm so jealous of her. I'm like, wow. Like that's some shit I shouldn't know.
Does she mean envious?
Well,
Because I feel like that's the improper word they use.
well, she's jealous of the other girl because they're dating. I'm like, okay, you know, like I see. Like,
How long have they been dating?
Like
Oh,
since
is this gonna?
not too long. Yeah, not too long.
It's
Yeah.
within. Okay.
So okay, are you closer with? Are you closer with 2?
with the guy.
Or since we know it's already been put out there, we might as well just stick with it now.
Yeah.
Are you closer with the guy or with the girl?
I'm
I guess
pretty close with all 3 of them.
Oh. makes
Who do you have the most sympathy for? Empathy for?
What do you mean?
Like,
in what sense?
Like,
that's a
like,
nondescript question.
That's fair enough. Yeah.
like, do you think he realizes it?
I'm sure at some level he does.
You
I'm
think?
sure.
I feel like on some level you just have to know that your girlfriend is going to get hit on from time to time. It's when you're not.
No, but this
Well,
is the
right.
other-
Well,
no,
right.
this-
Exactly. So,
No, well, yeah, it's only natural.
Yeah, but like
So-
It's different to get hit on. It's different.
like when your friend when someone
hits
you know
on
hits
your
your significant other.
Like
it's
that's rude,
It's
right?
just-
No. It's not even
It's
just
the
rude.
weirdest thing,
It's beyond like.
I'm not personally. A good friend of mine has been living out this exact same situation the past 3 days at work. It's the craziest thing.
No, but like it's not even just rude. It's just indecent.
Yeah.
Like you're a terrible friend, and like you like.
Well, I
Like there's a billion girls out there. Go chase one of them.
That's what I'm saying.
Or
That is
like,
exactly
no-
what I'm saying.
Doesn't really matter.
Or there's I guess in this case there's a billion guys out there. Go chase
Whoever
one
like
of
you
them.
prefer, like go chase them. Like you can wait. Like maybe something will develop in a couple years, or maybe even in a week. But like don't do
Like at that point. Just broke my pen. At that point, it's like you're just okay. So what's the prompt?
Okay, so I was kind of struggling with this because I found like 3 people that were in a group and they were like, "Yeah, like we noticed this happening."
Oh, so this is people that know them. They realize that it's happening.
Yes. So I brought it up to them and they said, "Nah, like we don't see that too much." And then they came back to me a day later and said, "Oh, actually, now that you mention it, I started to look out for this and I see it now." I'm like, so it's happening. So the fact that it's happening. So obviously I came in with like some pretty strong opinions about this and like we all seem to agree. But this gets messy real quick because I didn't know like what to do because no one could give me any like good concrete feedback when I was asking about this. So, naturally, I did the most logical thing to do research here. I went to Reddit.
As one does, yeah. Makes sense.
I asked the Reddit.
Wait, no. Tell me you didn't start a feed.
I didn't start a feed. I went to Reddit and I was like,
imagine? Oh my god!
People would just be absolutely murdering one another over this.
Should start a feed now.
I think we should, and we'll tune in next week to see how it goes.
Tune in next week and see the results.
So I went on Reddit and I was like, I just typed in hitting on your friend's significant other, and I got was this prompt that says, "What is the best way to respond to someone hitting on your significant other in front of you?" And so if you were, that tried and true saying of like, if you hold her tighter, like she'll act like a cactus, it'll just hurt more because she'll like wanna.
So if you love something, let it go, kind of thing.
Like right. So if you want to like get more control on her, like it's gonna like suffocate her, and like that's gonna make your relationship deteriorate, right?
Yeah.
So, and I know like almost every guy struggles with like, if you see some dude hitting on your girlfriend, like you have to have some level.
You know
of
who
like,
doesn't care?
faith. Who?
Can we say names?
Depends. Is it within the circle?
Yeah.
Probably not.
There is one of our friends
Who doesn't care about
do-
his girlfriend getting.
It just doesn't bother him.
Oh, then that's fine.
Yeah, Nate.
Oh, okay.
He was talking to. I was talking to him about it. He was just like, honestly, it's like he was like, I kind of like.
Take it as a compliment.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. I get that.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah.
Which, like,
He has a girlfriend.
if you look at it from the right perspective.
I've missed so much.
Oh, that's mean. That's so mean.
We've talked about him a lot. All right,
Didn't
so,
mean it that way.
okay. Yeah, he was telling me, he was like, I just take it as a compliment. Like, it doesn't bother me. But it's also different because he's also with his girlfriend, like, 24/7.
Well, yeah, but
That's a unique experience.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not really unique. It's pretty common in college. But, like,
Oh,
for all of our experiences, it's different. But
So-
nonetheless.
So back to this Reddit thing. Someone actually had a really good response that kind of like detailed like what you're supposed to do and like how you how you can tip one way and how you can tip the other way and still like lose. So on the one hand, there is the cracking down, the confrontation of, hey, I don't like how this person is hitting on you. Like, you shouldn't even be talking to them, blah, 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 things like that, right? And that's the suffocating mode. And then there's the one where you're like apathetic, where you're just like,
You feel bad.
no, not
apathetic.
that's
Is just the one where you don't care.
Apathetic.
You're angry about it.
No,
apathetic is the one where you don't care.
Right.
Like you're indifferent about it. That's apathy.
Yeah, so apathy is like just not giving a crap about anything. So, and on the other hand, you can just be like, oh, I don't even care. And so your significant other can also view that then as like, oh, well, he doesn't care about me and what I do, and like doesn't like want to like protect me from some other dude and want like stuff like that. So you see, there's like a very like delicate balance to this whole thing.
No, there is. I think it's very situational.
Oh, I agree.
And like, I don't think there's one great way to go about it. You don't know always what the exact situation is. You don't know what the premise is, the setup, whatever.
Yeah.
It could genuinely be two people that were really good friends, like, since they were younger, and then the one guy or girl starts dating someone else, but they're still really good friends, and they're still really close.
No, but like, they did not know each other. Like, these people did not know each other.
The other thing is, too,
recently.
that's hard to accept, especially in today's world, is that there are actually some people out there whose intentions are good, especially in a situation like this. But I also don't know these people, so I really couldn't say. But it is something to keep an open mind about certain things like that. Don't always draw conclusions. Definitely, expect, like, you should... I think an explanation is always a good thing. And if it lines up with good reasoning, then I think that you're in good hands.
Well, absolutely, yeah. But this is such a dangerous topic for me, just because it's in someone else's hand. So for example, say that this will never happen, but like, if you and Lindsay are having like a great relationship, and then I come in and start hitting on Lindsay, then you are now have your feet to the fire, and you have to perform like well to not be apathetic and not be too
Okay, this is just like, but
it's only dependent on me. Like, I caused it now. Like,
and
you see how that's dangerous for the person whose significant other is getting hit on?
it's dangerous for everyone. It's dangerous for the friend group as a whole. It's dangerous for, like, it would on it, like, it's a move like that would throw everything out.
Yeah. And you know
Yeah.
You know what you're doing. It's not like people like try to play dumb, like, oh, I didn't know. Like, no, like, you know.
Like,
stop.
well, I've seen whole like friend groups just torn apart by stuff like this.
Right.
No, it happens all the time.
And
And it's because people don't care and they're indecent about
Especially
it.
in high school. Like, this is like the biggest thing, because high school relationships are kind of flimsy, I'm not going to lie.
No, they kind of are.
Yeah. And so...
Not kind of, they are.
They really are. And so people are so insecure about themselves in high school to begin with, and then they want to be insecure about how they are their significant other too. They don't understand that it's like, if they're with you, it's probably for a reason, and like, you shouldn't worry too much. But like, it's just one of those things you got to think about all the time. It's like,
well, you got to know who you're dating.
yeah, exactly.
You got to know who your friends are. Like, you got to know the kind of people you're surrounding yourself with. And if you're not conscious of that whole thing, you have it coming.
Yeah.
You just have to be conscious to every situation and be aware, but be open-minded to an explanation that's reasonable. All right, we're 19 minutes in. I think we should go to the next topic.
Word. Next. Daniel, you're up.
I'm up.
That's a good topic. I like that.
It is a good topic. It's a lot to talk about, actually.
We could go for another, like,
If I remember
45
correctly,
minutes.
the topic was on stupid people, just kind of in that general category, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Pick your poison. There's a whole lot of them.
My whole summer life since I've been back has been work, right?
Yeah, so Daniel went off to Germany to study abroad this past school year. So now he is returning to the United States from Nazi land.
If that's how you want to pin it. Yes. So like ever since I've gotten back, it's basically been I've been working 40 hours a week. And so, as you can imagine, when you deal with any sort of like marketing or sales, there's a lot of stupid people you have to deal with. Let's start with yesterday, actually. I come in the door and I clock into work, and the first thing I do is pick up the phone, which is a big mistake, right? They're asking about...
You're starting it right.
And so they're calling about wanting to set aside some cupcakes for their later in the day. So I said, okay, let me go over the case and I will describe every single cupcake here to you. And so that's what I do.
How many cupcakes do you have?
Well, it varies from day to day. Usually we have
about how funny the word cupcake is. I've just sat there and laughed about it before. It's a pretty funny word. Sorry, keep going.
I think they have about 13 to 15 different flavors every day. Some stay the same and then some change. But anyways, I'm getting through describing every single cupcake to this lady, and then she goes, "Do you have any chocolate with chocolate buttercream?" I'm like, "Lady, I just described to you every single kind we have." And then she asks again,
"Do you make custom ones?"
"Yeah, we can. They're just more expensive."
Okay.
Depends on what you want.
Wait, so why didn't she just start by saying,
I don't know.
Oh, it was a polite way of saying it, and then you list the 54 cupcakes that they had.
At this point, it had dwindled down. The amount of cupcakes we had to dwindle down. So I had a good mindset to describe everything to her. I'm like, this is what we have, and this is what is available to you. And so that's what I did.
What's available for purchase?
And I kid you not, 3 times. Any chocolate? No. What we have is these cupcakes, and so we finally get through that, and I swear the rest of the day just got worse from there. The one thing that makes me more mad than anything is when people don't take my advice. It's my job to know this stuff, and you don't want to take my advice because you think you know more.
Do they ask for your advice?
Yes, but in the job of sales, the customer is always right.
I'm aware of this.
And that's an unfortunate thing that you have to learn in sales.
My problem, I've had customers that have called me on the phone, asked what type of cupcakes would be good for a certain event, told them which ones. They've come in, talked to our cake designer, and they've told them the exact same ones. Just because they didn't trust my word on this thing. I'm like, I get paid to literally talk to you about this. There is nothing else that I get paid to do besides talk to you about what kind of cake you want. So you can take my advice.
I feel like that's anxiety, though. You ever an event like that,
you say you're doing a big event.
It's not for a big event, though. This is for an office party.
Oh, what?
Just a mixture of cupcakes for an office party.
Yeah, and that makes sense for a stupid thing. But if someone is coming in and they're getting cupcakes for the Met Gala, that's
if they're getting bigger cakes, 2-tiered or big cakes, I encourage them to talk to our cake designer about it because she knows more than me, obviously. And at the end of the day, she's going to have the final say on what she makes and what she doesn't make. And then one more thing to kind of wrap up this little segment I have about where I work. Some guy calls at 5:55 today, right? We're closing in 5 minutes. Okay, fine. And he wants to place a cake order. And so the first thing I ask him, what kind of cake can we get you? Can we get you vanilla, chocolate, carrot cake, or red velvet? And he goes, I want a yellow cake. So vanilla. No, I want a yellow cake. Okay, so we'll get you the vanilla cake. No, why do you keep saying vanilla cake? I want a yellow cake. And it's the hardest thing to not just be yellow doesn't occur like that naturally. When you make a cake, that is not just a natural thing that comes out of mixing stuff together. So anyway, I just put it down as vanilla cake.
Yellow is a flavor. It's a flavor.
I end up just putting it down as vanilla cake because I'm tired of arguing.
Orange is a flavor and a color? Yellow.
It's dude, what flavor do you think it is out of the box? The Betty Crocker box.
The Betty Crocker box.
Tell me that's not what you think of when you think of yellow cake.
It is.
With the chocolate in the middle. And so we're just going through his whole order, and the whole time he keeps bringing it back to the yellow cake thing. I kid you not, he asked 5 more times if he was going to get the yellow cake. I said, yeah, it's a vanilla cake. He's like, no, I want it to be yellow. It's vanilla. I don't know what you want.
I'm making a thing about SpongeBob. I want it to be a yellow cake.
He's not talking about the icing or anything, which we can make yellow. We can make icing yellow. That is not the problem you'd have. He insists that the cake, the sponge, or whatever kind of cake it is, be yellow.
So what happened when it came time for the icing?
I don't even know. I've just passed him off at that point because I had to continue cleaning.
You're gonna get chocolate.
I'm like, I'm gonna put you down for red velvet cake, and I don't care what kind of icing you get. So that's the end of
Thanks, Chad.
Tell him the story about when we were at Costco the other day. Oh my gosh,
gosh.
this was hysterical.
Costco.
Dude, this was the funniest thing that has ever happened.
I almost refuse to go back to Costco now, just based on this one thing. So we're done at Costco. We're done shopping and everything, and then we go up to the line to get food. And so Mom, Dad, and Jake, they all get the hot dog combo, which is $150 a piece. So it brings it like $450, which makes it like $467.
Dude, that's a quarter pound.
$467 plus tax with tax, right?
That's a quarter pound wiener. Like it is not.
It's a hefty wiener. So, anyways, it comes for me to order, and I order the acai bowl, as I've learned it is pronounced. And so...
Akasi? That's how I used to pronounce it. And somebody was like, what are you talking about?
There's only one C.
We're doing a podcast about stupid people. There you go.
There's only one C.
Yeah,
Anyway, so the bowl comes with, obviously, the acai, like, frozen yogurt. It comes with granola and fruit, right? And so, when I get it, it's like the vanilla twist yogurt with acai. And I'm like, lady, this isn't what I asked or paid for. And she's like, yes, it is. And I'm like, see, no, it's not. Because I can look up there and see that this is not the same as what I ordered. And she goes, well, that's what you paid for and that's what you got. And then I'm taking the receipt. I break it out. I'm like, 1007, okay. So, what you gave me is worth $3. $3.18 plus tax. Let's be very clear about this. And
200%
and she tries to explain to me that it costs. It's like, yeah, that thing that you got is $3, $3.18 plus tax. I'm like, yes, but if you add that on to the $4.57 that the cost is,
and you divide, and then you take the
no. If you add that on,
actually, teacher, if you calculate by the formula by your definite integral.
If you add that to the tax $4.50, that still doesn't get me to $10.07. I'm missing some granola and berries pricing in here, because that is $4.50, which you charged me for, but I only got something worth $3.18. So. And then at some point, my dad had to literally drag me away from this girl because I was just getting so frustrated trying to explain how her math does not make any sense whatsoever. 4 plus 3 does not get me to 10 in any reality. It's $7.50, girl, plus tax. Plus tax brings me to like $8. I'm missing $2 worth of granola and berries in here, and I want them. And then my dad is just pulling me away from this because at this point I'm just absolutely like, I've had enough.
I'm like, oh my god, you should have seen our dad's face. He's like shell shocked watching this exchange go down. And like Daniel's like just comes back and sits at the table and he's like, British.
I'm so unbelievably frustrated at this point. I'm like, I don't understand how like stupidity can be this high. Plus you work in the service business. Like, your literal only job is to make sure that everything is right. And you can't even do that. And then when I confront you about it, you don't even have the decency to be like, oh yeah. Like, no, you gotta be like, that's what you're getting. And she had an attitude about it too. Which is what bothered me. No, this is what you paid for and this is what you're getting. No, it's not what I paid for. But this is what I'm getting anyways. And like, I can't talk about this anymore.
You should have been like, well, since I paid for like $10 worth of food, I might as well get a hot dog combo.
Honestly, I could see the granola and the berries right there. And I thought about reaching in just to make it myself. I was at that level.
She turns around and you're like, yep, make direct eye contact. This is what you make me do.
This is happening. Self-service is the new thing at Costco. Okay, we're done here.
Did you hear they're changing their menu apparently?
Doesn't matter. Genuine question.
It's not going to be right anyway.
They're going to get it wrong. Okay.
Well, if you divide by the 4 by 2, and then you add that to the 7,
then you quadruple it to the factor. No.
Honestly, I think that's the most like livid I've been in the past year. And it's over something so small as $1.50. I'm just like, I'm still losing my mind over. I just don't understand.
People just like insist that they're right. Like, it's okay to be wrong.
I admit when I'm wrong at work.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Especially like as you and I work in sales and there's the service industry. Like the same as this girl. Like if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Like, that affects my tip. First of all, if I just keep insisting I'm right, and that affects them coming back in the future. Mm-hmm. Like that's just it's future. Like,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure the company you work for, like just like the ones I do too, are, you know, they're service oriented. They want to help people as much as they can. Like no one wins when you can't admit to your own fault.
No.
And especially if it's a pretty decent fault.
Oh yeah.
But
if it's like something substantial.
Yeah. All right. So
Gavin, you're up.
I know, this big time. So I had like different topics for today. I didn't know we were doing stupid people, but we were talking about something prior to recording that I do want to bring back up. So we started talking about how did we start this? So basically when we were all in high school, we played water polo. We played water polo, and when we were seniors, we were at a tournament at a school nearby, and there was probably how many teams? Like
they were the teams, like the better teams in our conference. So like North Penn, Upper Dublin,
not Upper Dublin. Like it was like Penn
North
Ridge,
Penn, Penn Ridge,
us, and then
us,
Souderton,
and then Souderton, and then the better teams from the Central Conference. So Wilson. NA. Well, they're from the West.
Okay, so we're talking probably like 8 or 9, maybe.
They're like,
and these are the best 10
teams.
teams in the state.
Decent sized tournament, nothing crazy.
It wasn't for anything. We like to play water polo.
Yeah.
Weird.
So if you don't know what water polo is, it's in the water, and a lot of people think it's like on horses.
It's like
regular polo.
If you can imagine handball, just put it in the water.
Yeah. So yeah, and like a little mix of soccer at some point, because that's what the goals look like, just like shrunk down.
And then there's a little bit of wrestling.
And then there's some wrestling, maybe some football in there.
There's definitely swimming.
Definitely some swimming. Okay, so basically, let's set the scene. Everyone was at one end of the pool, and you have you have a goalie on your team, goalie on the other team. It's pretty straightforward. A guy on the other team, the opposing team, while they were down on the other end, decides to backtrack the pool and come back to our side where our goalie is, and basically almost
like assault. It was assault.
It was complete assault. No one got it on camera, so you can't prove it.
Our goalie was a freshman, and the kid who was attacking was a senior. So it was 18 on what, 14?
Yeah.
And so, oh man.
Yeah. So we had, I think actually I stripped him, and that's why he was mad. The guy had a bad set pass in, and I'm pretty sure I just stripped it and threw it back to our goalie Peter, and so I'm swimming down the pool, like I kick off him and I'm gone, like I'm like bye, like
and I'm sitting on the side watching the whole thing happen, but like I was explaining to them earlier, it was to the point where like I was watching it happen, but I was in such shock that it was actually happening that I couldn't even get the words out to be like...
You get like locked up, you're like...
And I was just like I was just watching the dude backtrack and full on swing and drown our goalie in the water. Like out of nowhere, out of no other place than just complete despite and anger. And it was honestly probably one of the stupidest things. And like...
Stupid people.
No, stupid people.
I have a story
like,
that goes with
that, what I was going to say to that earlier, like, that is where you can get into, like, assault charges.
Like a legality battle.
No, yeah, like, absolutely.
Genuinely.
Like sports are...
It's high school for a tournament that doesn't even count towards standings or anything. Like, what are you doing? Like,
yeah, no, like, and water polo is a contact sport, and so, like, there are things like lacrosse. Like, I've seen people get hit hard in lacrosse, but...
Dude, yeah,
but there have been charges over the years up at all over sports for people like blindsiding someone. Like there have been reports where like the play is dead in a football game, and you go up and just blindside someone and drive them into the ground, They charge you with assault.
Like, for instance, the one Maryland defenseman did, or the offensive one, I don't remember who, did it to Joey Julius, the Penn State.
Well, he didn't get charged for assault. Like, that was just a penalty.
But, like, he still got suspended for a couple games just from, like...
Well, yeah.
Like, you can't do that to someone. Like, Gavin, this actually happened to me. Like, your story kind of happened to me my junior year of high school. We were playing against Haverford, just a friendly game, nothing. So I push off this kid, right, just to get leverage and get back on defense. He comes out, he swings, and he punches me in the face. And so I'm just kind of taken aback. I'm like, this is Kelly Wiles' ex-boyfriend.
Oh, Charlie.
This is Charlie, right?
Charlie.
Yeah.
What a guy.
And so I'm like, dude, what the heck are you doing? And he's like, you pushed off me? I'm like, you're a little stupid, aren't you? You're not all there.
You're a little stupid one, aren't you?
And so I literally have to come out of the pool. Because if I had stayed in that game, I would have started hurting kids, and I could not have that happen. And then
so that's where smartness comes into play.
Oh yeah,
you know your
I'm
control.
like Bart who was our coach. I'm like, Bart, if you don't take me out of this game, people will get hurt.
Right.
And so
the pool's gonna be pink soon. I swear to you.
And so Timmy, our other friend, you all know Timmy, right? He gets in the pool actually, or he was already in the pool, and he starts playing defense on Charlie, and he actually puts the kid's teeth through his lip. Really?
Yeah.
And so John O'Donnell was... So before this, our friend... is it okay to name drop him here? That doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you already dropped
Timmy,
and that was probably the worst one.
Just, like, don't name drop when we're gossiping.
This was gossip, really.
Early we were gossiping.
Oh, yeah. That's something different.
That's something that'll ruin.
But basically, one of our
something that'll ruin friendships.
One of our teammates had basically started drowning him on the one end, and I told the ref too as I got out. I'm like, "Yo, that kid just punched me in the face." He's like, "Yeah," because we only had one ref. He's like, "I couldn't see it. Sorry, I was focused on like the ball." I'm like, "Yeah, it's understandable. Just like watch out for that next time." And so he's like, "Yeah, I will. Thank you." And so every time the kid would go underwater, he just wouldn't pay any attention to the kid anymore. So what happened was he was getting drowned. He got his teeth put through his lip, like I said. And so we actually had to go to the hospital about 3/4 through the game. And then Kelly comes up to me and confronts me about it. She's like, "Why would you do that to my boyfriend?" I'm like, "Because your boyfriend's kind of, kind of deserved it."
It wasn't even me.
2, if it was me, it would have been a lot worse.
That's just indecent. Like, it's just an indecent thing to do. Like, taking a swing at someone...
Like, that's just how polo was, though, and how it is.
That's not how it's supposed to be.
It's not how it's supposed to be, but
I get, like, wrestling with people when, like, there's an actual play going on, but throwing hands just, like, in the middle of, like, no play, like, or no play on the ball or anything. Like, no. That's a little... Dude, what are you doing?
Like, but people do get really revved up.
Oh, yeah.
They really do. And, like, I mean, it's not just polo. Like, you see it, obviously, in football. Like, you see it in all different types of sports. It's, like lacrosse is, like... What?
Well, that's like guys shooting up like rabies on
that is true.
Just that game time edge I need.
Foam at the mouth. They come off and they're like running 20 miles after this.
Those guys are nutballs. Some of them.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, no. Going back to that though. It's going back to the whole. You know, we could say that this is about like stupid people. This whole podcast, but it also could just be about indecency.
Stupid and indecency, those kind of go together for me though. Like, if you don't have like common decency, I consider you a stupid person. Like, if you can't learn common decency, I consider you to be a stupid person.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Like I mean, it's if you're indecent and you've never been taught better, like, I won't look down upon you.
That's true.
But if you couldn't be bothered, like, if you could not be bothered to learn common etiquette, decency, like, or if you disregard just, like, the attempts to be decent, like,
yeah,
I just look at you
disregard.
Like, why? Like, does it take that much more energy out of your day to, like, be decent?
No, it doesn't. And it's just the fact that people just don't care. And it's amazing how little some people care. In the situation in sports and the situation with, you know, like, people hitting on your girlfriend or your boyfriend, like, it all comes back to people just genuinely don't care. They don't. Like, not all people, but indecent, stupid, like, whatever you want to call it, they just don't care.
Yeah, dude, like, lay off people's significant other. Like, I swear.
Lay off.
Like, I forgot how much this irked me. Like, I forgot how much it irked me. Like,
it does.
Like, lay off.
It is a very triggering topic.
There are 7 billion people on this planet. Like
people.
But the thing is you have to look at human nature. People want what they can't have.
Oh, I thought human nature was polygamy. From an evolutionary standpoint, it's to spread your seed among many viable mates to ensure the retention of your bloodline, I guess.
You've been reading too much of that Darwin book. You've been reading way too much of that.
I've been watching too much Office.
Oh, Dwight?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So you know.
Yeah.
But like,
that could be the last few minutes talking about The Office.
Yeah, I mean, we're social creatures by nature, but, like, be decent with your social interactions.
like, yeah, evolutionary standpoint aside, your parents teach you how to be a decent human being if they can.
Well, yeah, if they can's a key word because there's a lot of
you got to make sure you add that because, and then if you choose to just ignore that, like you learn it, so we all learned it here, and then if we go out and choose to ignore that, I consider myself a stupid person if I went out and just blatantly ignored like common decency, like slamming doors in pregnant women's face. Have you seen that before? Like, have you ever seen someone just slam a door in a pregnant woman's face?
Or just
like in
not hold
public
the door?
or
Like in public, yeah.
Oh yeah, like not hold the door, or you know what, or like yeah, like I don't even know how big of a deal this is, but like I live in the city and on the subway and stuff. I will always get up if I like see like especially a pregnant woman,
An elderly or pregnant one. Like,
exactly.
Yeah.
And it's decent. It's a decent common like a good thing to do.
Do they have signs on the subway for like to do that?
Honestly, there's a lot of signs on the
Because I
subway saying a lot
know
of
in
different
Germany.
That's just, it's visual pollution.
I know in Germany.
It really is.
I know in Germany it said
at
it was
you.
like, please give up your seat for like the following people, and it's like the elderly, the disabled, or the pregnant.
Yeah,
Like common decency.
it is. Yeah, I don't know. We're currently at 41 and a half minutes.
Well, all right.
I think this
Do you
is.
want to call it?
I think this is like so. In the future, we're going to be shooting for 40, 45, in and around that kind of time. Obviously, on our first podcast, it was a little bit longer, upwards of over an hour. But yeah,
Intros, still trying to feel
very
everything.
understandable.
Yeah,
Still trying to
exactly.
feel everything out.
It's hard to kind of structure it on your first one until you really do it. But
Yeah, guys, we got a script for the second one. Like, things are getting legit.
yeah, like we're making it happen. Like at some point, we might have a theme song. Like
Oh my god.
Like-
Please no. Please no theme song.
It's
it'd
the
be
Hawaii
like,
5-0 and an off key.
oh my god. So yeah, and this again will be uploaded on all of our platforms that we discussed at the beginning, and for both listening and watching, and then we will be back next week, and with probably
Some other fun topic.
some other fun topic.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is Gavin.
I'm Jake.
And this is Daniel. Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah. Thanks
Yeah,
for
of
being on the
course.
show.
Yeah, thank you very much
No
for being
problem.
our very first guest. Very
Yeah.
good one at that.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was good. All right.
Thanks for all the feedback too. But I've been getting a lot of feedback from running the Instagram page, and the official Snowball podcast Instagram page is starting to take off, people. So,
Oh yeah, give us a follow.
yeah. Follow us if you know who we are. We'll probably end up following you soon, but please do not be afraid to follow us. We'll probably follow you back, and just get some outreach out there. Like if you listen to our podcast and it made you laugh, then send it to 3 or 4 of your buddies and say, "Hey, like check these guys' podcast out."
Just give it a share.
Also, just knowing the guys and how they are, that's probably where the most prevalent information will be posted regarding the podcast in the future. Like,
Yeah.
in case you need to get updates or you're wondering where the week's episode is.
Yeah. And we probably do we have a structure that we might want to, we haven't talked about it really. I think it's hard with our inconstant
Yeah,
like schedules, but
shooting for 1 a week.
yeah, within at some point throughout the course of the week, but
The 7-day cycle.
within the 7-day cycle, yeah. So yeah. All right. Thank you for listening.
Thanks again.
Yep.